Are you going to show up on time? Are you going to have a smile? Are you going to problem solve? Are you going to be able to then deal with a conflict at work? Are you going to be able to not be a gossiper? These are the kind of conversations that I have with our students, because ultimately that's what gets you employed. Hi, how are you? My name is Mr. Grant. I work with the Kerwin High School District, ROC, and CTEC campuses. And I just want to give you a little explanation about my role and what I do. So our year is kind of broken up into different phases. Okay, and so our first phase is communication. And so my job and my role on campus is to kind of talk to students on how to communicate. We have a workshop called Meet and Greet. In this workshop, they learn how to communicate, learn how to shake hands, and then carry a conversation. After that workshop on learning how to communicate, we do a workshop called Resume Workshop. In fact, this is where students learn how to put together a resume. Every one of our students, regardless of which program that they're in, they're going to put together a professional resume. This first resume is just a basic resume, very vanilla, kind of gets them the idea of how to create one. And more than anything, I want to be able to give them an opportunity to get a regular job over the Christmas and summer and Thanksgiving breaks. Okay. At that point, when we come back in the second semester, we have another workshop, another resume workshop, and that one's more intentional. At that point, by the springtime, a lot of the students in this auto tech, it could be metal fabrication, it could be ag diesel mechanics, vet tech. At that point, they'll have some specifics on what part of the industry that they really want to get into. And then we do another resume workshop, and that one's more specific, where their objective and their skills have to align with the job posting. Because that's important too. A lot of students don't get the opportunity to get placed in jobs because their resume, their skills and objective don't align with the posting. And so then I walk our students on how to line that up. And so they may want to be a lube tech. And again, we'll just talk about auto techs, okay? Because we have a lot of programs. They may want to be a lube tech. We have some students that just want to work the front office. We have some students that do diagnostics. Some want to drop motors. But there's all kinds of different parts of that auto tech industry. And so at the very end, before a student leaves our campus, I want to make sure that we at least highlight what their strengths are. And then if that's the pathway that they want to get into within industry, I want to make sure that highlights and that's shown on their job resume. And then I walk them through on the job postings and then getting a job. Yes, real jobs, hands-on real jobs. And ultimately, my message to the students is always the same. At the end of the day, what an employer wants, ultimately, are you going to show up on time? Are you going to have a smile? Are you going to problem solve? Are you going to be able to then deal with a conflict at work? Are you going to be able to not be a gossiper? These are the kind of conversations that I have with our students, because ultimately, that's what gets you employed. It's not so much the details, they're high school students. But if they can go into it knowing that they're going to show up on time and do all those normal things that we as employers and adults expect, that's ultimately the message. And every one of our students will get that message at ROC and CTEC.